Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome to Gradeup. My name is Harshmeet Singh. I welcome you all to this all important session today where I will be discussing with you a very important topic in your Indian polity subject, that is scheduled and the tribal areas. As you know, scheduled and the tribal areas are the ones that are given in the 5th and the 6th schedule of the Indian Constitution. Now, I'm really hoping that all of you have remembered all the schedules, schedule number 1 to schedule number 12, which is extremely important. So please do remember all these schedules also. In the 5th and the 6th schedule, we have these areas called the scheduled areas and the tribal areas. Now, what are these areas? What are the special powers in these areas? This is what we will be studying today. Good afternoon to all of you, those who have joined in. Hi guys, good afternoon to you all. I hope all of you are doing absolutely fine. I hope all of you are doing absolutely well. And let's begin. So, in the beginning, we'll begin with the schedule areas and then we'll go with the tribal areas. I'll be telling you what are the different types of bodies that are formed in schedule areas and the tribal areas. What are the different types of powers that these areas have? What is it that the governor does in this area? What is it that the president does in these areas, etc., etc. All of that will be covered in this class. Now, as I said, scheduled areas and tribal areas are given in schedule number 5 and schedule number 6 of the Indian Constitution. Schedule number 5 talks about the scheduled areas, schedule number 6 talks about the tribal areas. Now, although these look similar, but both of them have different types of powers, both of them have different types of functions. In the 5th schedule, let's first talk about the 5th schedule. In the 5th schedule, we have names of 10 states. So 10 states are given in the 5th schedule, and some of these areas in these states are called scheduled areas. In the 6th schedule, we have 4 states: Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram. Now, how are they different? These are the areas where tribal population lives, where the aboriginal population is living. Now, what is the aboriginal population? Aboriginal means the people who have been living in the area for many centuries now. So if same family is living in a certain area for many centuries, then that becomes, those are the aboriginals. Hi guys, good afternoon. I'm good, thank you so much. I hope all of you are doing well. So aboriginal means the people who are living in that area for a very long time. Now, Article 244 talks about the schedule areas and 244A also talks about similar areas. As I said, these are the areas where aboriginals are living. Aboriginals are those people who are living in an area originally for many centuries. They are socially and educationally backward, and because of their social and educational backwardness, they are given certain special rights from the government. They are given certain special power from the government. Now, what are these special powers? Let's first talk about the 5th schedule areas. So, 5th schedule areas, there are 10 states in India which have 5th schedule areas. Now, in these states, for example, let's say this is Odisha, and let's say Odisha is a 5th schedule area. Okay. Now, Odisha is a 5th schedule. It doesn't mean that entire Odisha is under the 5th schedule. If Odisha is written in schedule number 5, doesn't mean that Odisha entirely is under the 5th schedule. Inside Odisha, some part of the state will be in the 5th schedule. Let's say inside Odisha, this is the part in the 5th schedule. Who decides how much part of Odisha will be under the 5th schedule? The president decides. So president can declare an area as a scheduled area. President can declare an area as a scheduled area. So president can increase that area also, president can decrease that area also. President can add some other parts in this area. So for example, president can say from tomorrow onwards, this will be the area, or president can decrease this area as well after consulting the governor. Now, in all these states of the 5th schedule, the most important thing that you have to remember is, in all the 5th schedule states, a compulsory body has to be established. Which is that body? That body is called Tribe Advisory Council or Tribal Advisory Council. This is a body which has to be formed in this particular area. Now, This body will be formed in these states, and each of these bodies has 20 members. So there are 20 members in Tribal Advisory Council. Okay. Now, in this Tribal Advisory Council, where we have 20 members, out of these 20 members, 15 are out of these 20 members, 15 are scheduled tribe people who are members of Legislative Assembly of the state. For example, in Odisha, if Odisha is in the fifth schedule, in Odisha there will be a tribal advisory council. It will have 20 members. Out of these 20, at least 15 should be scheduled tribe from the state legislative assembly. They should be MLAs and scheduled tribes. As the name suggests, it is a tribal advisory council. So what do? They advise the state government. They advise the state government when the state government is trying to introduce a law about the tribal population. Whenever they are introducing a law about tribal population, or whenever they are making new policy about the tribal population, this particular body makes suggestions to them. So they make suggestions to these governments whenever they are trying to make something new. This is the job of Tribal Advisory Council. Okay. Apart from this, governor can also decide. Now, this is a very important power. Governor can also decide if a certain law of the state or of the parliament will not apply to these areas. For example, governor of Odisha can declare from tomorrow onwards a particular law of parliament will not apply to these areas. So governor has the power to do that. Governor can repeal or make certain regulations with respect to these states after asking the president. Governor can say from now onwards a particular law of parliament or state will not apply here. This is what happens in the fifth schedule areas. As I said, in the fifth schedule, there are 10 states in all. These are the 10 states in the fifth schedule. Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Himachal, Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Odisha, Rajasthan and Telangana. Now, how is it that the president decides that a particular area will be a scheduled area or not? He cannot randomly say, Akkad, Vakkad, Bombay, Bo, this scheduled area bana do. Obviously not, right? So, President of India has to follow certain rules. There are certain criteria on the basis of which certain area is called a scheduled area. For example, number one, most of the population in the area should be tribal. So it should be mostly tribal population living in that area. Tribal people should be living in that area mostly. Second, the area should have a reasonable size. So the size of the area should be good enough. The size of the area should not be very small. The size of the area should be good enough. Third, the area should be in the form of a district or area should be in the form of a block or a taluk, etc. So that is how the area should be. It should not be a dispersed area. President can't say that in this state, this area is a tribe scheduled area, this area is a scheduled area, this or this. No. It should not be dispersed. It should be one consolidated district or consolidated area so that it is easily governed. Okay. Hi Ashish, good to see you too. Then we have economic backwardness. If that area is economically backward, if that area does not have the kind of money that the people need, then that area can again become a scheduled area. So all these criteria are the ones on the basis of which you declare a certain area as a scheduled area. So if the President of India thinks that these areas are very backward, they have tribal population, then the president can declare a particular area as a scheduled area. What is the advantage that they get? Governor says that in these areas certain laws will not be applicable of the parliament or of the state. Also in these states, tribal advisory council is set up which advise the state government whenever they are bringing any law. Then comes the sixth scheduled areas. Now, in the sixth schedule, we have names of 4 states. What are these 4 states? Assam, Meghalaya, Tripura, Mizoram. So 4 states of Northeast India are given in the 6th schedule. Now this is different. In the 6th schedule, a different type of body is set up. For example, let's say this is Assam. This is the state of Assam. Inside Assam, let's say this is the 6th schedule area. Let's say this is the 6th schedule area inside of Assam. Now, in a 6 schedule area, autonomous district councils are set up. Autonomous district councils are set up. That is ADC. Now, what is autonomous district council? What happens here? In the autonomous district council, it is a kind of a local government of that area. So, in that district, their own government is set up called the autonomous district council. It has 30 members, 30. Out of these 30 members, 26 are elected through elections. So, in this area, elections will take place. In this area, elections will take place, and 26 people will be elected like this. 26 people will be elected like this in the elections, and remaining 4 are nominated by the governor. So in each of these 6 scheduled districts, Assam can have more than one district also. These are districts where we have a lot of tribal population. They have a different kind of rituals, different kind of cultures, different kind of laws, different kind of background. So they are allowed to make their own laws. Assam has autonomous districts. Tripura has autonomous districts. Mizoram, Meghalaya have autonomous districts. These are the autonomous districts which can make their own laws. They have 30 members in each. Remember, in the 5th schedule, we had the Tribal Advisory Council. That only had the power to advise the state government. They could not make their own laws. But in the 6 schedule areas, we have autonomous district council. They have the power to make their own laws. This is the difference between the 5th schedule and the 6th schedule. In 6 schedule areas, the autonomous district council can make their own laws. In the 5th schedule area, they can only advise the government about the laws. Who decides how big or small this area will be? The governor decides. The governor decides how big or small this area would be. Another difference, in the 5th schedule states, there can be only one tribal advisory council. So in the 5th schedule states, one state will have one tribal advisory council. In the 6th schedule states, one state can have more than one autonomous district council. So inside Assam, there can be more than one autonomous district council. In fact, there are more than one autonomous district councils in the Assam state. So in 6 schedule states, you have more than one autonomous district councils. As I said, they can make their own laws. On what matters? On these matters. They can make their own laws on land, forest, canal water, shifting cultivation, village administration, property, marriage, divorce, social customs. On all these things, autonomous district council can make their own laws and no one will question them. The tribal advisory council cannot make their own laws. Tribal advisory council can only advise the state government when they are making laws. But the autonomous district council in every district can make their own laws. Now, in these particular autonomous district councils, the local people have a lot of power because they are the ones who elect 26 people out of the 30. Right? And obviously, if they are making their own laws on these subjects, that means laws of parliament will not apply on these subjects. Laws of state also will not apply here on these subjects because then there will be a clashing, right? So that is why on these subjects, laws made by parliament or laws made by state legislature will not be applicable. They will not be applicable on these areas because on these particular subjects, laws will be made locally by the autonomous district council. They can make their own laws. But parliament or states laws will not be applicable here. They will not apply. As I said, there are multiple autonomous district council in every 6 scheduled state. In Assam, there are 3 autonomous district councils. In Meghalaya, there are 3 autonomous district councils. In Tripura, there is only 1 autonomous district council. In Mizoram, there are 3 autonomous district councils. So in total, we have 10 autonomous district councils in India right now. But for the 5th scheduled states, when we have tribal advisory council, in that case, we can only have 1 tribal advisory council in every state. But in 6th scheduled states, in the autonomous district council area, there can be more than 1 council in one single state. That is how it works. And just to tell you again, the difference is Tribal Advisory Council has how many? 20 members. Autonomous District Council has 30 members. Out of these 20, 15 are scheduled tribes who are MLAs in the state assembly. In the Autonomous District Council, there are 30 members, out of which 26 are elected by the local population, plus 4 people nominated by the governor. So that is a major difference between the two. In the Autonomous District Council, they can make their own laws, but Tribal Advisory Council can only advise the government on what kind of laws should be made, what kind of laws should not be made. They don't have their own power. That is the major difference between the two. So remember, how is 5th schedule and 6th schedule different from each other? This brings me to the end of this class, but I would like to also remind you about the Gradeup Super subscription service. If you are preparing for UPSC IAS exam or other exams of UPSC such as EPFO, you can take the Gradeup Super subscription. Subscription is available for 6 months, 12 months or 24 months. For example, if you take the 12-month subscription, then for these 12 months, you will get a lot of courses given to you. There are more than 11 courses on the Gradeup UPSC platform, more than 60 mock tests. All this includes structured live courses. So it's a live course, day by day structure, day by day schedule will be given to you. All that schedule will be followed. These are not random classes. Day by day complete coverage of syllabus will be done. Complete doubt resolution by the teachers themselves, expert faculty, and you will get your own report card about how much are you scoring in the test, what is your rank all over India, so that you can actually make sure that you are progressing well. If you have any questions about that, you can call on this number and our counselors will tell you what to do, what not to do. For people who are preparing for 2021, download the Gradeup app. We have a lot of great things on Gradeup app, all free of cost. We have daily current affair class at 9 p.m. which covers current affairs daily. We have daily editorial classes. At 12 p.m. we cover important editorials. We have quiz from NCERT, NIOS, IGNOU, etc. Important questions are asked from the quiz. We also have weekly PIB analysis to cover all the important news in the week. We also have Gradeup Super quiz where we have questions from Science Reporter, Down to Earth, all these kind of magazines. These are the courses which are ongoing right now. IAS 2021 courses are ongoing. Batch 3 has also started. There's a separate batch for English and there's a separate batch for Hindi. You can join any of these two. We also have 2020 mains course. We also have the EPFO course going on, and we also have NCERT modules going on for English and Hindi separately. You can join any of them. Many other courses are also coming up subject wise. There's a economics subject wise course that is coming up. There's a geography subject wise course. Environment, polity, history, general science, all these subject wise courses are also coming up. And you can see all of them just by taking one single subscription. You just have to take one single subscription and all of that will be covered in this course. When you download the Gradeup app, you'll see a lot of free videos available for you. There's a series of important topics, a lot of videos, thousands of them are available on the Gradeup app. Just go and check them out. If you want to see the analysis of 2020 prelims paper, that is also available here. Our team of experts has analyzed both the paper 1 and paper 2 of prelims 2020. You can go and check out there. We have given all the solutions of CSAT and the first paper also along with the expected cutoff. So you can check and see how we have analyzed the paper. It will be very helpful for you. As I said, we have daily free videos from Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. editorial analysis. And we also have Monday to Friday videos of daily current affairs at 9 p.m. that you can watch without paying anything. Thank you so much for being here for this session. I'll see you next time very soon. Till then, download the Gradeup app, practice topic wise quizzes and keep attending live classes. Thank you so much guys. Have a very good day ahead. Bye bye.